This is an easy to follow tutorial on how to make a simple male body for anime characters. Quick note, this is not a hand-holding beginner tutorial. If you're just starting out with Blender, I recommend learning the fundamentals first, the UI, navigation, basic modeling, and then coming back when you feel more comfortable. That said, if you put enough effort, you will be able to finish this by the end of the video. I also encourage you to check out my Create an Anime Girl Body in Blender video. I go into more detail about the logic behind my body creation workflow, so it's worth a watch if you want to understand the why behind what we're doing here. In this tutorial, I will be doing basic modeling and use 3 sculpt tools: wrap, smooth, and relax slide. If you aren't used to those, good news, you're about to. I'll also have on-screen instructions throughout, so if you prefer no commentary, you can follow along that way as well. By the way, I also have a Patreon, links below. I've got exclusive reference images, time-lapse, and real-time anime character creation videos, and blend files you can download and mess around with. Before we start, make sure you have the F2 and Loop Tools add-ons enabled, and go ahead and download the reference image from the description. First things first, let's load the reference image, then go into image settings, enable opacity and set the side option to front. Move the reference up into position. If you want your character to have a specific height, you use a cube and move it 1 unit in edit mode. With the pivot point set to the 3D cursor, scale it to your desired height, and I'll be using 1.8 meters for example. Then just delete the cube and finish setting up your references. I always start with the head for any modeling work that I do, and this time around for my tutorial, my starting point will be the eyes. You shape the circle to match the reference and make sure you have 2 essential loops in place. Don't mind the side reference here too much, okay? One going around the eye and another going around both eyes and bridging across. The mouth is quite easy to set up and connects directly to the loop above, which also helps establish the nose area at the same time. In my female body tutorial, I didn't add any cuts between the eyes and nose because the reference had large eyes, making it unnecessary to do so. This face does not, so we need to add at least 2 cuts here so we can have enough topology to shape the area. I love this head cap method since it quickly creates the top of the head as it saves you a lot of time and work. The shape is already taken care of and you just tweak out a little in sculpt mode. Make sure that the last edge connects to the loop going the top left of the head, not towards the back, okay? Also keep in mind that the back of the head is wider than the front. I'll admit I could have found a smoother approach for the front of the neck, but I've kept it as easy to follow as possible. Extrude that edge to the center, then add 2 cuts, okay? Make sure you select the correct faces here. There are too many different ways to make the ear. I know there's the 9 method, where the main loop goes inwards and looks like a 9, but I prefer having the loop going all the way around the ear. That way, if I want to add more thickness later, the topology supports it. One thing I want to correct from my previous tutorial, the back of the ear wasn't handled well there. The ear canal is small, so the back of the ear should only cover a portion of the visible ear area when viewed from the side. Hopefully that made sense. Fair warning though, getting clean quads in the ear is generally difficult and most of the time a waste of time. A lot of times you need to make some cuts or you have too many edge flows going out the body. The good news is, you can reduce a lot of that topology since the ear is rarely animated, unless you're doing very stylized or cartoony work or making elf ears. For most posing and animation purposes, ears barely move, so prioritize getting the shape right over chasing perfect topology. For the body, we're keeping the modeling simple. We block out the main shape quickly and most of the real work will be smoothing and refining from there. The hip topology flow is important for posing or animation. Even if that's not your goal right now, it's good practice to set it up correctly. With the main body topology done, we're going to create a face set for the arm so we can easily hide it whenever we need to focus on another part of the mesh. Smooth out the whole body except the crotch area. If you are not used to the sculpting tools, this is a great moment to get comfortable with them. We're not doing detailed sculpting here, this is using the grab and smooth tools to speed up the workflow. Work faster, not harder. We'll also be hiding a loop that travels the chest, shoulder and back areas to give the back and chest a bit more definition. Make sure the middle vertices of the back sit slightly inwards compared to the surrounding ones. The armpit area is very tricky to shape with the grab tool, but it's doable. Don't worry if part of the arm overlaps with the lats, it's okay. The base foot is literally a cube that you extract the front and add a series of cuts on each side. The foot is simple. The toes are where it gets fiddly. Connecting and positioning the toes takes patience. At this stage, your eye is more useful than the reference, so I recommend sticking to just one image for placement. Using multiple references here tends to cause more confusion than helping. For the hand, I have a more beginner-friendly tutorial on the channel, and the hand section in my female body video is also a bit easier to follow. In this video, we're building the hand in an angled position, but I've kept the process as simple as I could, so if you want, just follow along. Make the fingers a little on the square side, which gives them a rougher, more masculine look. Rounder fingers tend to read as more slender and soft, better suited for female characters, generally speaking. The logic here is the same as a foot. You build up the base shape first, then add the fingers, then connect them and adjust the position. That said, the hand is more tedious than the foot, mostly because of the thumb. Each finger has 2 lines. Those correspond to the initial cuts we added earlier. One tool I want to highlight here, the pose tool. It's underrated and it's a much better option than the grab tool when you need to adjust finger angles or any kind of limp. Use whatever works for you, but I generally recommend giving it a try. Let's reduce the vertex count coming out of the hand. Simple merging near the wrist will handle it. Don't merge right in the middle of the wrist because that part needs to bend for animation. If you're not doing animation, the distance doesn't matter. So just put it more in the middle of the hand itself. This part is optional, but never a bad thing to do if you want to give it more shape. Alright, we're finishing off with a few small details and puffing out the cheeks, which I forgot to show or to do at all. But just use the grab tool or proportional editing to move the cheeks more outwards and then just check how it looks from a 3/4 view to make sure it looks good. And we're done. Male anime body complete. Go practice as much as you want. The more you make, the faster this whole process becomes second nature. See you next time.